Mayor LaToya Cantrell stood in front of a Martin Luther King memorial in Central City today to announce a major overhaul to the city's minority contracting process. But her plan sounded very familiar to eyewitness investigator David Hammer, who's been covering city government since Hurricane Katrina. Here's David with the story.
During his 8 years as mayor, Mitch Landrieu promised to make sure minority and women-owned businesses got at least 35% of city contracts.
Now we award contracts based on what you know, not who you know. And guess what? Everybody gets a fair shake.
But we repeatedly found disadvantaged business enterprises, or DBEs, hired on paper but getting paid far less than larger white-owned firms.
You have two contractors, and one of them is getting 97%, and we're getting 3%. They met none of their own criteria.
In December 2015, the Landrieu administration showed us a new computerized tracking system designed to make sure that prime contractors were really paying DBEs the share they were promised.
We're really working to overhaul the certification process.
But now, on this Martin Luther King Day 5 years later, Mayor LaToya Cantrell introduced yet another overhaul for DBE contracting.
The most Afrocentric city in the United States of America is the city of New Orleans. And that is why we're doing this work.
Cantrell's chief financial officer, Norman White, said a new computerized portal will track payments to contractors and their DBEs in real time.
And now we'll begin to look at and evaluate does it actually represent that 35% in the performance of those work activities.
So how's that so different than what Landrieu did?
It's different because that didn't exist. What you're talking about in practice did not exist.
And to be brutally honest, it was more of a gesture than it was reality.
They say these latest changes are more than a gesture amounting to real action. But apparently, only time will tell. David Hammer, Eyewitness News.
A 2017 study found that minority businesses' share of city contracts had increased from 18% to 47% during Mitch Landrieu's tenure. A Landrieu spokesman said his administration is proud of what it accomplished, but welcomed any more improvements from Cantrell.